Hi there everyone, and welcome back to the Vintage Sewing Machine Garage YouTube channel. I'm making a video today, and I'm going to title this that this stinks. Any of you who have found vintage sewing machines before, you may have found them and there was not a thing smelly about them. However, sometimes they are. Let's talk about that. So things like steel, whether it's painted steel or chrome or nickel-plated steel, these materials do not technically absorb odor. Normally, that's not an issue. Now, plastics can, but I have found that most of the time, things like the Bakelite plastics, which are very hard plastics, theoretically, anything could absorb an odor, and the plastics can, but I've never really had much of a problem with that either. Rubber parts can, but I often end up having to replace things like bobbin winding tires and so forth. And I haven't played with the bobbin winder yet. I can already see how stiff it is. It needs help. But I wanted to talk to you about areas that can. If you have a buildup of lint, old sewing oil, things like mold and mildew, can absorb those odors, okay? Because molds and mildews don't really eat metal. They eat the things that stick to it, like, lots of dust and old oil, things that might make for a meal for the mold spores. So I opened this up. This is the carry case to the Singer 99K here that has obviously led a hard life, but we're trying to bring it back. And it's normal. You'll see some staining. I had some dust in here. I cleaned it all out. But there was also something else that I wanted to address when I opened this up. And that issue was the fact that it smelled kind of bad, kind of musty. That is not a fun time. It can be, it can be a nuisance. It can also, it may really bother you. It bothers me. And so I was looking for something. There are different things you can try. Sometimes you will find this with carry cases. That's especially true of some of the older carry cases. This one is made of wood, and it was wrapped with a grass cloth, which is very lovely. However, the grass cloth and the glue that was used to attach the grass cloth, I don't know, 75 years ago, however long ago it was that this machine came out of the factory in Scotland, that over time, again, it's when something is exposed to moisture and it's porous, that's where you're going to have odor issues. You're not going to really have it. Like I said, once you clean dust off this machine, you don't need to. I've never really had an issue with mold eating steel or iron. It doesn't. Okay, now you may have to buff off. You may have to clean it very gently off a painted surface. That's possible. But mold really is happy when it's basically getting to hang out in porous areas. So this is the wooden base of this machine. Now you will see staining here, okay? And that is it could be meant from many things, but in this case, it may have been a little mildewed. I don't know. Sometimes you get carbon dust, you get old oil, who knows? But again, this may happen to your case. So what did I do? I decided to take a chance, and I treated it after I cleaned it. Obviously, you definitely want to make sure all of the dust has been taken out, okay? And if it's mildewed, you may want to, instead of vacuuming it, and you may just want to wipe it with a damp cloth and get that stuff out of there before you put anything on it. And I did that. I actually sprayed a cloth, not with just water, but with this product. Again, this is not a sponsorship. This is something I decided to try. Now, there are other ways to do this too. I can take the machine out of the case and I can put it in the sun for an afternoon, and that will help. That may not get all of the stuff out, but it can certainly help because ultraviolet light is antiseptic. Now, this product is it says disinfecting bleach cleaner. It's not pure bleach, but it's it's got a lot of chlorine in it. If you're sensitive to chlorine or bleach, you might not want this. You might want to try the sunlight method once you've gotten all the dust and the crud out. I am probably going to put this in the sun regardless. So what I did was I didn't flood this box with this stuff. I basically I soaked a rag with this, and I just went around and wiped all the sides. You know, all the I did not wipe my arm. I wiped the sides of and the bottom of the box, and also there's like a ceiling over here, this panel on top. I took care of that. Now, what does that do? That should kill off mold spores at the surface. That doesn't mean that they're all gone, but once this dries out, it should basically put things in a better spot. For a while, it might have a chlorine-like smell, but eventually that should evaporate out. That smell. That's been my experience. I mean, that's my experience if I use that stuff in the bathroom, you know, to take care of any mold that might build up in a shower or something. So again, I want to encourage you to think about this as one way to do it. One thing I would suggest to you, if you use anything other than the sun, well, if you're going to use the sun, you want to take your machine out regardless. Now, I have my machine resting on a rolled up towel behind us. The main thing to remember is anytime you have a cleaner or liquid like this, you want to don't leave the machine sitting closing up this tray area. You want especially with something like a chlorine, you might try, sometimes people use oxygen bleach, which is a little less stinky. You can do that. And you can try any number of things to use sanitary wise, but the reason I say don't close this up once it's wet, make sure it's dry, because chlorine specifically is highly corrosive to metals. And I know it doesn't seem like much, but just wiping this down with this bleach-based cleaner, if I can wipe it even with a paper towel, those chlorine fumes, as they evaporate, will actually hit the steel. And chlorine is, bleach is a chlorine-based salt, and it is very, very corrosive, and it can really damage your machine. So be careful with that. Don't do like this and just close it up and call it a day. You know, you want to definitely set it up where you can leave it open. And obviously, if I'm going to put it into the sun, I would take the machine out anyway and just get it out there, and I may do that regardless. So I hope that was helpful. You can do the same thing to a carry case. So just know that because the cleaner that I use, you may have a better idea. The cleaner that I used is it could discolor something, right? So if we have a carry case, for example, some of you may have gotten machines that were in carry cases, and there were many cases. This is the Singer trapezoidal style case that originally held machines like the Singer 301. This one actually, I can already see it's had some kind of water damage, or I don't know if that was someone's attempt to clean it, or it came from some other source. Who knows what happens to people's possessions over a lifetime. But again, so you'll notice when I open this up, I got this case, and someone had actually filled it with something, maybe it was cornstarch or something, trying to absorb the moisture. Maybe they didn't have those silica packets. So I took this and I vacuumed it out, and then I put it in the sun, and that has helped quite a bit. Now, could I take this product or something similar? I can, and that will help. Just keep in mind that you don't go flooding the case or anything with this product, because I don't know, maybe it could cause damage to the product. It's highly alkaline, right? It's a bleach-based product. I wasn't really worried about putting it on the wood, when I'm dealing with the 99K's carry case base. But in here, this is, I'm not sure what the actual base, there's some sort of board. I don't know if it's masonite, which was an old name for like a composite board. It's wrapped in the grass cloth outside. And then there's some sort of other kind of fabric that's lined the inside. And again, they use glues to apply these. A lot of those glues were like animal-based glues, protein-based, and they will mold over time, especially when they're dampened. I have also gotten carry cases that didn't smell like anything because they have been preserved in climate-controlled comfort all their lives. But that doesn't happen to every one of the machines we rescue. So again, this is one of those things where if you're going to do this, try it in a little spot first and see, because you don't want to ruin something because you saw some guy on YouTube telling you to try it, right? So I want you to be careful. However, if you have to decide, it could be fine, right? You could even potentially you could take, for example, I don't even know what the concentration of bleach is in this liquid. It's probably got some sort of detergent cleaner mixed with bleach. I don't know. But what you could do is you could actually dilute that and reduce it to, I don't know, 50% water, 50% bleach. You'll have to try it out, right? I'm basically saying there are ways to reduce funky smells in carry cases, whether it's the base like you saw with the 99, or in this case, the whole case. And there may be other, if any of you know of ways to sort of defumigate and sanitize things that were not put in great locations at some point, put it down there in the comments, because again, some of you may have a sensitivity to chlorine and you can't use that. Maybe you use, again, those oxygen-based bleaches that you can purchase. Sometimes they're called green bleach. They can do sanitize things. They just do it in a different way chemically. So again, this is something that I have had in the sun. It has made a massive difference. I think it might still benefit from a little bit of something, but maybe chlorine, maybe this cleaner, which worked fine on the wooden base of the 99K, maybe it's too strong for this. I don't know. I have not done any kind of bleaching on the inside of a case. It doesn't matter if it's a Singer case. Many of the manufacturers had cases like this, and they often used grass cloth. It may have been just because it was one of the tougher, coverings they had at the time, and they could decorate it. I don't know. But again, carry cases were standard. That's what you got. If you wanted a table, that was extra, a lot extra. So I don't know. There may be other products you could use. Maybe you have a sewing machine table that is suffering from mold, but you don't want to lose it. Again, if you've had experience, I've never had to bleach a table or sanitize a table. I've cleaned them. But share your thoughts there and let me know what your experience has been, because these are wonderful cases and we don't want to have to give them up just because somebody made a silly decision once upon a time and decided to put them in weird places. So there you go, folks. That is my my treatise on how to try to improve a stinky situation without harming yourself or the case, and being able to use it without dreading, oh God, I don't want to open that thing up. Because we want to enjoy these wonderful vintage machines that we're bringing back to life. And you can buy new carry cases for some vintage machines sometimes, but I try to preserve everything I can, as long as it's done in a way that's practical and usable. So thank you all for watching my video about stinky machines. And if you have had experience, some of you, I'm willing to bet, have had this experience. How did you solve the problem? Was sunlight, sitting out in the sun all day, was that enough? Did you try other products? If so, put it down there in the comments, and we will see you all next time.